What's going on YouTube? You all know me by now, and I just want to say thank you all so much for all the subscribers and the support and the comments. But guys, we need to get this number up like ASAP. If you're not subscribed yet, there's about 90% of you all that's watching my videos and not subscribed yet. Of course, all this can change by you guys just clicking the subscribe button on the right corner, and by you doing so, you are feeding 20 cats. 20 of them. Actually, I only have 2, but figure of speech. Thank you so much. Enjoy the video. Do not take this cat home. As usual, I don't know anything about this game. I just saw it on the itch.io page, which I will link down below, and without a doubt, let's start this video. Oh great. It's the first time in a while that you feel like going out. But in the middle of your walk it starts to rain. Typical but. Okay, I should go slower, sorry guys. Maybe this is just a sign that you should have stayed home today. Yeah, you can also try again tomorrow. Right? You turn your head home when? Meow. Huh? What was that? There's only a few people around on the streets. Makes sense due to the increase of missing persons around the area recently. Well, that and the weather, of course. But none of them react to the sound at all. Curiosity guiding your steps. You follow the sound to the entrance of a dark, dingy alleyway. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward. The ground, dampened by the rain, makes your steps sound even louder and more confident than you actually feel. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the cold, dim light of the alley. At the end of the alley, a big cardboard box. It's a cat. Guess that should have been obvious. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shines like gold amongst the dark sea of its black fur. It puts its front paws on the edge of the box and looks at you. Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. Yeah, just said it. And it definitely knows it. Oh yeah. You've never had much of an opinion, one way or another, about cats before. But if they're all like this one, it's a shock they haven't already found a way to rule the world. You don't think you'd mind bowing down to a feline overlord. You look around the alley with a small frown. Who leaves a cat in a cardboard box these days anyway? Wouldn't they just jump out and leave the box eventually? Of course. But it's not their problem, of course. The cat doesn't answer you. I wonder why, obviously. It also doesn't do as you suggest and leave the box. It's just looking at you. As if waiting for you to make the next move. Do not take the cat home. Take the cat. Of course we're gonna take the cat home. Of course. Why would we? I already have a black cat at home. So it just makes sense to take another. You know what? I'll call you Chop Suey. No, that's my real cat's name. But anyways, you reach into the box and pick the cat up, holding it out in front of you. Why not? Yeah, baby. Okay. You're all alone and well, I'm kind of the same boat myself, so... You bring the cat close. You didn't realize it was shivering until just then, but it slowly breathes easier as it presses into your chest. Why not stick together, right? At least for a little while. You think a little while will probably be more like a day. You'll be responsible and take it to a shelter tomorrow. But for now, let's get you out of the rain, okay? You stop by a small local pet store for some cat food and then head back home. You live in the modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, and you living alone in it. So it feels weird having another living being inside it after so long. Even if it's just a cat. It's never just a cat. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you watch for a moment as it curiously explores the new environments. Leaving the feline to its own devices, you set about making the both of you some dinner. I hope you're not eating the cat's food. Also, you take out the can of cat food and open it with the tab on top. You put some cat food on a saucer and click your tongue to call the cat over to you. Okay, that's interesting. It perks up at you becoming its rushes over. It looks at your plate of food, wondering why, and completely ignores it. Oh my soul. Not hungry, I guess. You try not to let it annoy you. The cat doesn't understand the concept of money to appreciate that you spent your hard-earned cash on it. It's just a cat after all. But that's gonna bite you in the ass. I'll just leave it here if you get hungry later, okay? The cat rubs its body against your legs with a purr. You smile? That's enough for other thanks for you. It follows you into the kitchen as you start on your own dinner. You decide that you have enough ingredients for a sandwich. Bread toasted, mayo, mustard, and you spread that shit. Turkey and cheese and lettuce perfectly placed. Tomato, what? Yeah, okay. Ow. You wince as you cut your finger on the knife while slicing a tomato. Okay. Stupid. You feel a little embarrassed for such blunder and sight, tossing the knife onto the cutting board. You're about to head to the bathroom for a bandage when a cat hops onto the counter. It sniffs at the knife and meows almost pointedly at you. Don't worry, it's alright. I was just, You watch as the cat starts to, yeah, that's that's a strange cat. Lick lightly but enthusiastically at the blood on the knife. At your blood. Ooh, shit. You're so shocked that by the time you come to your senses, the knife has been completely licked clean. Oh my soul. The cat sits back, staring at you. Oh my soul, okay. You feel a little uneasy. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't feel a bit uneasy if the cat just starts licking up the blood you missed? Sure, cats are meat-eating predators, but that was a little weird. Right? Sure, you're not a cat expert, but that was definitely not something an ordinary cat would do. Alright? Well, regardless, you're not about to abandon a cat in need. Well, it's still raining outside, of course. Not after all your efforts. You were going to take it to the shelter tomorrow anyways. What's one night with the awkwardness? Weird or not? It's just a cat. Oh, third time's the charm, that cat's gonna kill you, bro. The rest of the evening unfortunately goes downhill from there. Even after covering up your fingers cut with a band-aid, the cat keeps trying to lick at the wound, while you're eating your sandwich. While you're cleaning up the kitchen, while you're trying to watch TV. You gently push it away every time, but you're starting to get worried of the strange behavior. What if it's got a taste for blood and it thinks you're food now? You're not sure what to do if it starts to get more aggressive. You keep thinking about the cat food sitting in the corner. Untouched, by the way. I think maybe we shouldn't have taken this cat home with us. I think it's a bit of a dilemma now. Ugh, come on, easy already. Ugh, enough already. You shove it away a little more forcefully this time, out of annoyance. You feel bad immediately, but before you can do anything, the cat meows sharply at you and dashes off, around the corner into the hole. You sigh deeply. At this point, you're just worried that it's going to take a bite out of you in your sleep. Maybe a vet will have a good idea on how to calm it down. You can only hope, of course. You don't have many options left, other than tossing the cat out in the rain. After finding the number of a local vet, you picked up... Huh? You picked up... The lights just went out. Okay, great. Just great. Rain must have knocked out the power. I don't think the rain can knock out power, but okay. You check your cell phone only to find that it's out of batteries. Oh, wonderful. You must have forgotten to charge it before leaving it out earlier. Well, that's just great. A black cat in the dark areas of your home. That never... I'm talking out of experience. You can almost never see a black cat. For obvious reasons, of course. You can just like see the glowing orange eyes sometimes. So freaky. Okay. The outing had been so spur out of the moment that it had no doubt to mess with your unusual routine. You grab your flashlight and turn it on. It's quiet. It's too freaking quiet. Did the rain stop? But then why did the power go out? You look outside. The sky's pitch black. What time is it? You turn to check the clock. Oh, hello. The cat sits on top of the digital clock, staring at you. Thinking now, you realize the clock shouldn't be working at all with the power outage, but the numbers are lit up and going completely haywire. Bro, I think you picked up a witch cat. But he has learned a thing or two. The cat stares at you. It's completely still. You'd think it was a statue if you didn't know any better. It's not giving off any indication that it's alive. It's not blinking, it's not breathing, but its eyes... This isn't normal. You're afraid. You want to run, but you're afraid of letting the cat out of your sight. You consider tossing the cat out after all, bro. But as soon as the thought enters your head, I'd say mind, but okay. As soon as the thought enters your mind, you feel a sharp urge to vomit. What? Those eyes. Its eyes hold you still, even with your flashlight turned on it. Its pupils are large, round. Okay. Thanks, game. The flashlight flickers. And the cat is gone. Fear immediately grips your mind. Yeah, that's kind of freaky. The silence, punctuated with a rapid pumping of your blood in your heart. It's overwritten as your ears slowly start to pick up the sound of the static around you. How is the clock working with no power? You don't know why such a question matters at the moment. But you feel as if having the answer will make sense out of everything that's happened. That order will be restored. But no answer comes to mind. You back away from the clock, which is normal, and feel as if air itself coils tightly and abruptly in response, like a predator preparing to pounce, but waiting for your next move. But you're afraid to move. You're afraid to even take a breath. But you can't stay still forever, right? Whatever is watching you, you can already feel its impatience. It's too eager. You don't know how, you know this, but you can sense it all clearly, as if it had whispered. Whoo! Just got chills there. Right into your ears. Right into your soul. It won't let you wait it out. Not that you can, even if it did. You can't stay still here. You have to run. With the thought, a sudden primal instinct awakens within you, making you tear yourself into a hasty burst of movement, of action. But you're still weak from the fear grips on your mind. Your legs tangle together under you in your haste. Your legs tangle together under you in your haste, and you fall to the ground. A sharp pain explodes in the center of your foot. What the hell is this cat doing to us? At first you think you've broken your ankle, but something warm and wet trickles down the leg of your foot, the length of your foot, pooling underneath it. You hear the sound of metal scraping on tiles after skittling across the floor as if it had been kicked. Woo! Windled from the fall, you look at the daze and see the object glinting in a strange light coming from the outside. The light pouring in from the open front door. Thoughts of how, when, who, what in regards to your inexplicable open door screech to a halt. As your brain finally identifies the metallic object you've been staring at. It's your kitchen knife, of all things. And still tinted red from the earlier blunder, but that's not right. Wasn't it completely licked clean by the cats? You gulp dryly at the pain in your foot. You barely have time to wonder how the knife ended up on your living room floor, to be stepped on, instead of resting on your cutting board in the kitchen where you left it in the first place. When you spy something in the darkness just beyond the knife, I totally call that. Like, that's so realistic. That's about all you can see when you have a black cat. It spies right back at you. A pair of glowing golden eyes coming forward as the cat emerges from the shadow into the light from your doorway. It pats lightly over the knife as it's skipping in the light. Damn cat. And bend down to lap at the blood dripping from the blade. Your senses slowly begin to overwhelm you. The chill of the air as it starts to suffocate you under its weight. The sound of your shaky breath, discordant against its static now, piercing your skull. The dryness of your tongue spreading to your throat. The incomprehensible sight of a stray you've taken in. Licking away your kitchen knife, once again completely clean. The scent of blood from the flesh wound on your foot. Blood? Golden eyes slide up as you, if in response of your sudden realization. Blood? You're hurt. Your foot is bleeding. You're bleeding. The cat barely moves, shoulders twitching as if you're considering the act of pouncing forward. But you're already on your feet and out of the door. You run, or rather limp, down the empty streets. The sky is black and bleeding red, but there's a strange light emitting from nowhere that casts everything else in a white. The houses, the streets, the road, even you, everything, except your blood. You can just barely glimpse the bloody imprints on your injured foot, leaves you in a wake with every impact it makes on the ground. It hurts. But you can't stop. You don't stop. Not when the shadow grows around you. When you feel the gaze of eyes all over you. Not not when the road ahead is darkened by a long shadow of something behind you. Even then, you don't stop running, because if that cat's right there ahead of you, then what in the world is behind you? I'm guessing it's the cat. Look behind you. I'm just gonna dash for whatever is in front of me. Like, at this point, I'm not gonna turn around at all. Huh? Interesting. Very interesting. Ending 0. It begins. Okay. That was quite quick. Let's see how many endings there are. Oh my soul, what? Bro, 1 out of 40? 1 out of 40 endings. What the hell? Let's just continue on. And I'm not gonna bore you. Hold on. Wait, this is all different. This is way all different. Okay, hold on. Yeah, this is the beginning. You're walking. Right, of course. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. And you're actually glad that you did. The weather is absolutely perfect today. That's a good sign, right? Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. You tentatively allow yourself to feel excited for the possibilities of where you could go or what you could do. Maybe even who you could meet. You're so deep in thought that you almost missed it. This bloody cat, literally. Huh? What was that? Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a lonely alleyway. The sunlight only just managed to reach down in between the tall buildings on either side. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward, the loose gravel and scattered debris on the ground softening your steps. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the warm, almost ethereal light of the alley. At the end of the alley, a big cardboard box with a dog. No, I'm joking, it's a cat. Huh? Guess that you've been obviously obvious. Okay. It's almost interesting. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. It puts its paws on the edge of the box and looks at you. Meow. So I'm gonna actually choose not to take it home this time. So you look so familiar. Right? Oh, this guy killed you, bro. This again? It's a cat. Not many different ways to standard black cat to look after all. This one sure is a cutie though. Just look. It's not glaring at you or hissing at you for getting too close like the other stray cats have in the past. It's just sitting there patiently, waiting for you to do something. Do not take this cat home. Sadly, as cute as the cat is, you never take this thing home with you. You just can't take it home with you. You're a responsible adult. You are. With rent and bills to pay for. Not mentioning you need to buy food to survive too. There's no way you could take care of a cat long term, right? You can barely afford this little outing of your day off. What to do? Okay. There's some interesting dialogues. On second thought, play with cat, feed cat, leave cat. Guys, I'm not gonna be stupid. I'm just gonna pick a random one. You're not ready? What? Okay. I see what's going on. So I'm just gonna feed the cat. So, but it's not gonna eat it. I'll just play with the cat. You just want a little attention, don't you? The poor thing must be bored sitting in the box all day. You're not sure you're much of an interesting companion, but you're willing to do your best. There's got to be something you can entertain a little critter with. But what? Check pockets. You dig into your pockets. Yeah, perfect. You found a small piece of string in your left pocket. Not very helpful. The string is far too short. Its eager and exciting cat leaps for it could easily lead you to getting bitten and scratched. In your right pocket is a bar of chocolate, bro. Do not give that cat chocolate. Not too helpful either, right? Not at all, no. The only other thing you've got on you is your phone. There's not much of anything a cat can play with, but there's something you can do. Okay, that's kinda cute. Photo montage. Well, that was fun, right? Well, you enjoyed yourself. With nothing else to do, and no intention of taking the cat home, you decide it's probably best to just leave. You don't want the cat to get too attached after all. Okay, see you around, I guess. Good luck. You turn and walk. What the hell, bro? Okay. Your phone just got a message. You open it up and... What? Aren't I a cutie? What the hell? It's a picture of a familiar looking cat. Huh? This cat doesn't look cute. Oh, sorry. This cat does look cute. And happier in the picture. But it's not the picture you recognize. What the heck? Did I? You didn't take this picture. You peek over your shoulder at the cat. But the cat is simply looking at you. It meows sadly as it's pleading you to come back. Hang out and do something else. Yeah, how can we say no? Well, I guess I could stay a little longer. But now what to do? Feed it? The cat must be hungry, right? Can't imagine that it's had much to eat. And if it's so attached to this box in it, though it doesn't exactly seem malnourished either. Surely it must have left the box to search for food then. For some reason, something in the back of your mind tells you that it's not the case. And not to think on it any further, well, either way, you can't exactly enjoy your day out knowing you left behind a hungry cat. Especially when you can't have done something to help. So, what to do about the hungry kitty? So we have chocolate in our pockets. I'm just gonna give it chocolate. Nope, it's not even expired. Quite the find indeed. You're about to offer it to the cat, when suddenly you're hit with guilt as you remember something gut-curdling. Chocolate is toxic to cats, yeah I know. Oh my gosh, You resist the urge to vomit at your near mistake. Well, that's kinda far, but you feel so guilty, you throw the chocolate bar away into the nearby trash bin. An almost cat killer doesn't deserve chocolate. You go back to the cat, barely able to stand in its innocence obvious expression. It doesn't even know that you almost killed it. I'm so sorry, I don't even know what to say. You're a horrible person. You know what? Stay there. I'll be right back. You leave the alleyway and return with a whole fish you bought by a nearby grocery shop. It was a bit pricey, but it's the least you could do. The cat eagerly accepts your offering, munching happily at the fish after you'd place it in the box. You want to smile at this sight, but you just feel so awful. Sorry again. The cat seemingly pays you no mind as it slips back in the box and out of the alley. Not feeling like you deserve a peaceful day out, you decide to just head back home. Oh, this cat's gonna follow us? Oh, on the way home you notice more cats than usual, watching from their hiding spots. But you try not to think about it. You can't help but wonder if they know what you'd nearly done. But... shit. It's not like you meant to hurt anyone. As if they know, right? You finally reach your apartment building. You're about to unlock the doorway in. Oh my soul. We're gonna get eaten alive, aren't we? Oh shit. You look behind you, only see a dozen of cats standing there, looking at you. Did they see you feeding the cat in the alley and thought that you had more food on for all of them? I'm sorry, I don't have any more food for you. None of them move an inch. You're starting to feel a little unnerved when finally a simple cat pushes its way into the front and... Oh, shit. Oh, it's you. Oh, it's held carefully between its teeth in the chocolate bar you thrown away earlier. He places the chocolate bar down in front of it before looking back at you. All the cats look up at you. You feel their judgment. You feel your sins weighing down heavily on your back. But without the money to buy enough food for all of them, you don't know what to do. Well, it's not going to help if I just go inside, so I'm just going to say sorry, I guess. You collapse to your knees and bow down low as you start to earnestly beg for their forgiveness. I'm so sorry, I swear. I'd never do anything to make it up. I'll do anything to make it up to you, but you're out of options. Suddenly, you get stabbed. Okay. Joke. You feel something stir in your stomach and swim its way up to your throat. What the hell? Closing off your airways as it tries to force its way up your asparagus. Whatever. It finally succeeds with aid from your helpless gagging. Oof, okay. Well, I'm guessing that's the end. What the? Lying on the ground in front of you. Oh, my soul. It's a flopping fish. It's just... You just threw up a living fish. What the hell? The cat comes rushing forward, all tearing hungrily at the fish. You're happy to finally be of help, truly. But then... you throw up another fish. Oh my soul. Huh. And another. That's horrible. And another. Hopefully this is the last. which I guess is not. Your stomach hurts. You're getting dizzy. You fall to your knees. Tears and snot are streaming down your face by the time you caught up a final. Tiny bloody fish and collapse forward. Your throat and stomach both burn in a way that feels dangerous. You start to fade out. Despite the pain, you strangely feel a bit more overwhelmed sense of hopeless pride that you've made up for your disgusting action. That you've been forgiven. The sound of happy cats munching away at the fish he fills your ears. Then you feel something being nudged into your hand. It feels like a bar of chocolate you found in your pocket. Huh? You smile weakly. You successfully atone, but you don't really have the strength to eat your reward. Sadly, the last taste in your mouth as you leave the small talk quail doesn't get to be that of chocolate, but raw fish. A fish for pardon. Okay, I'll do one more. Just for the sake of it, because there's like way too many endings. You're walking, right, of course. It's time for the first time that you feel like going out. And you're actually glad that you did. The weather is absolutely perfect today. That's a good sign, right? Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. Then, okay, I'm just gonna skip a bit. Because we've seen this before. At the end of the alley, a big cardboard box. It's a cat. Huh? Guess you should have been, obviously. It's interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes sound like gold amongst the dark sea of black fur. Okay. So we're taking this guy with us again, so we can see all the other dialogue options. Take cat home, yes. Well, why not, right? On the way home, he briefly considered getting cat food. But that would be a waste of time. What the? This is different. You shrug at the odd feeling that moves on and moves on. You live in a modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. You living alone in it. So it feels weird having another living being inside of it after so long. Even if it's just a cat. After looking to the door on the right and placing the cat on the floor, you wait for it to walk away and explore the new environment. But it simply sits and looks at you expectantly. Do something alone, do something with cat. Yes. Like what? Clean cat. Upon giving it a second look, you realize the cat isn't exactly clean. Not surprising since up until you brought it home, it's been sitting in a dirty old box. It's in an alley full of scattered garbage. For who knows how long. You've heard that the cats can keep themselves clean. But maybe this one of those times that little human help couldn't hurt. You head into the bathroom and set things up, trying to remember how to wash a cat. Bro, it's not rocket science. You're definitely no expert, but you think the best way to get a cat clean would be carefully, of course. You think carefully is the way to go. Cats aren't always fond of water, so you doubt it'd be a fan of an excessive amount of it. So you pick the cat up and place it gently in the sink before turning on the water. This cat is startled, but ultimately it doesn't try to run away. Nice. You lather your hands with some soap and carefully give the cat a thorough half wash. You lather your hands with soap and carefully give the cat a thorough half scrub, half massage. After a few minutes, you rinse the cat completely and gather it up in a blanket, drying it. Then you take a brush and carefully run it through the cat's fur. Oh, he likes this. This cat seems like it's in heaven as you brush it. Some hairs are sticking to you, but you don't mind. In fact, quite a lot of fur is sticking on you. Oh no. You try to brush it off, but it won't come off. Guess you're up for a next bath for yourself. Bro, what's this music? You try to ignore the fur and finish with the cat quickly, but more hair keeps sticking to you. Your hands, your arms, before you realize you're covered in fur that won't come off. It's thick enough that you try to just yank it off, but pain lashes through the spot you tugged at. Upon closer inspection, you see that the hair is growing, oh my soul, growing out of you. You actually feel it now. Fur growing off your back, your neck, your face, your eyes, your tongue, and it's even growing inside your throat. Wow, it's getting super dark. As you collapse and start to choke on the thickening fur in your asparagus, the cat leans up to your lap and fur growing on your forehead, grooming your hair as thoroughly as you did for it earlier. Oh, you think it'd be sweet if you weren't currently losing hair, eh? Still, feels nice at least. To be looked after and cared for it in some way. Even if it's just a little while longer. The cat carefully grooming is the last thing you'll feel before you're no longer able to breathe. Self-care buddies. So, I guess what I'm guessing is whatever you do to this cat, you're gonna get back tenfold. No matter if you feed it, it's gonna feed you back. If you clean it, it's gonna clean you back. And if you ignore it, well, I guess you're gonna feel the impact. But as always, thanks for watching the video. That's it for now. If you guys want, I can go on some more detail about the rest of the endings. How much endings did we do? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, only 3. But as always, see you in the next one.